There are growing speculations that Tesla is believed to be looking at Ontario for its next Gigafactory. But how close is Tesla to approving a Canada Gigafactory? Tesla is in rush to build more Gigafactories, but how close is Canadian Gigafactory going to be? After the launches of the Austin and Berlin Gigafactories earlier this year, one might have expected Tesla to focus solely on cranking up output at its existing Gigafactories or plants given new supply chain pressures and the rising cost of raw materials. But the Austin-based now electric vehicle maker appears to be deep in the planning stages of yet another factory, this time just over the border from rivals in Michigan. In recent weeks, a flurry of activity by Tesla has been noted by industry observers to be taking place in the province of Ontario ahead of an expected announcement by Tesla CEO Elon Musk later in 2022. And Torque News has reported on that. The CEO has hinted in recent months that the search for a new plant location in North America was underway, with Tesla execs having visited a number of mining sites in recent months. The locations of the mining sites and their relative proximity to Canada's auto production hubs in Ontario has sparked speculation that Tesla could be planning to build a new gigafactory in Ontario or Quebec. Our preference and expectations was in Quebec, and I've reported that. A gigafactory in Canada would bring the automaker's number of plants up to 7, with Canada having the distinct advantages of new raw materials that could be transported with relative ease by rail to refining plants and other sites in the country's auto industry hub, which hosts a number of suppliers. This potentially makes Ontario and Quebec natural leaders in the estimation of a number of industry observers for Tesla's next plant in North America, offering a much shorter supply chain than in other sites outside the US, like Berlin and Shanghai. However, at the moment, Tesla faces a number of challenges in getting its recently opened plants up to their designed production capacity, with Berlin, Shanghai, and Austin all having experienced significant downtime this year for several reasons, ranging from this virus mitigation measures to permits to parts shortages, like supply chain shortages. Assembly quality continues to be as pressing an issue as in the distant past for the automaker. As industry experts have pointed out, Tesla appears to be rushing to build and open new factories, including in the middle of this virus, but then spends close to a year or more slowly getting those plants up to their optimal production volume, ramping up the production, burning a lot of cash in the process, as Elon Musk himself noted. These are issues far more common to entirely new startups rather than established automakers with over a decade of experience, which Tesla happens to be now. Industry chatter about the possible Tesla plant in Canada have further intensified just a couple of weeks after Volkswagen and Canadian officials have formalized plans for the German automaker to source a number of crucial raw materials in Canada aimed at electric vehicle production. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, along with former Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess, recently visited Canada to sign a memorandum of understanding to investigate opportunities for Canada to supply European sites with metals used to manufacture electric vehicle batteries. German publication RBP reports that Tesla told its partners that it is still planning to build electric vehicle battery cells in Germany at Giga Berlin, and it's going to do faster than previously projected. This contradicts reports earlier this week that Tesla was delaying battery production in Germany with intentions to prioritize battery cell manufacturing in the United States, which would help the car maker benefit from recent government incentives because it will be cheaper to build batteries, because they would get lots of incentives. And I reported about that. Earlier this week, the Wall Street Journal reported Tesla was planning to delay battery cell production outside of the United States, as recently signed tax credit plans benefit domestic battery manufacturing. Citing people familiar with the matter, the Wall Street Journal claimed cell production equipment in Germany was potentially being shipped back to the United States, as the battery manufacturing plans had taken a drastic turn in the world, and there is lots of incentives to build batteries in the United States to drop the cost. However, Tesla indirectly debunked the reports, according to German media outlet RBB24 on Friday. This is what RBB said. This is via Google Translate, friends. RBB said the US car manufacturer Tesla continues to produce batteries in Grünheide oder Spree in Brandenburg. This is where Giga Berlin is. The US electric car manufacturer said this to third parties, according to RBB information on Friday. Basically, Tesla told its partners that Wall Street Journal's report is not correct. The translation is slightly incorrect, as Tesla does not currently build battery cells in Germany. The cell building is almost ready. It's not finished yet. The report also states that it is prioritizing US production, but battery manufacturing systems and machinery has already been installed in Giga Berlin. It plans to begin battery production sometimes early next year, as I had previously reported. The battery manufacturing facility at Giga Berlin will provide actually cells for Tesla's all-electric vehicles built at Giga Berlin, the automaker's European production facility. Giga Berlin currently produces the Model Y crossover only. The battery facility will reportedly create 2,000 jobs at Giga Berlin in Grünheide, the municipality where the factory is located. Now, how the US battery production will benefit Tesla because of this new law. It's called, I think, IRA. According to the new stipulations of the electric vehicle tax credit law, which is tied to the introduction of the Inflation Reduction Act, which is IRA, starting in 2023, electric vehicles will only qualify for certain credits if the battery used in them meets certain conditions. This is via the Congressional Research Service. It says critical minerals starting in 2023, after the Treasury issue guidance on third requirement, to qualify for this portion of the credit, at least 40% of the value of the battery's applicable critical minerals must have been extracted or processed in the United States or in a country with which the United States has a free trade agreement, or recycled in North America. The 40% amount increases to 50% in 2024, 60% in 2025, 70% in 2026, and goes to 80% in 2027 thereafter. Now, battery components. That's how Tesla will benefit. $3,750 benefit. Starting in 2023, to qualify for this portion of the credit, at least 50% of the value of the battery's components must have been manufactured or assembled in North America. The 50% amount increases to 60% in 2024, then 70% in 2025, and goes on to 100% in 2029 and thereafter. Wow. Tesla is going to benefit from these tax credits anyway, as it plans to build battery cells at its Gigafactory Texas production plant just outside Austin. I think Tesla will give a lot of preeminence to battery production at Giga Texas. Tesla also manufactures the 4680 cells at the facility near the Fremont factory in Northern California. Tesla Radio Race reported that Tesla filed to build battery cell manufacturing equipment at the Fremont factory, where it currently does not manufacture battery cells.